Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I am doing a Colourpop preview for tomorrow's collection that is dropping. I just got this in the mail today and I decided to go ahead and film this. To be honest, I did not have a ton of time today and I've just been really stressed, so I really wasn't in the mood. But one thing that does kind of calm me down when I'm having high anxiety and just worrying about things is just playing with makeup. So I actually went ahead and just kind of focused my time into this for about an hour, and I did a couple looks. I did not talk when I was doing the looks, I just wanted to play. So I did create 2 looks in today's video, just testing out this palette, but let me go ahead and share what is launching. So this is launching tomorrow, and this is another big palette from Colourpop. This is called Rock Candy, so another 30 pan eyeshadow palette. Let me go ahead and share the inside. This is the color scheme that we have here. So it's kind of like we have neutral browns, we have some rosy chocolatey colors, but we also have some like taupey cool tone grays in here, so it's very interesting. We have a lot of shimmers, we have a lot of mattes, and we have a couple like pressed glitter shades as well to kind of go with that rock candy glistening theme here. So that's a look at the palette. This is going to be $34, and I don't know what's going on with the Colourpop codes. I do have a code 5LeahJanae, but it's not been working lately. I don't know if they shut off the $5 codes because some people's do work, I think, if they get the 10%, but I don't make money off that code anyway, so if you guys don't use it, it's fine. You can use someone else's code. The only thing I make a commission on is if you shop through my affiliate link down below, through magic links, but not the actual commission code, just so you guys know that. I don't know what is going on with the codes, but if it is fixed, I'll have it down below if you guys want to use it on this new palette here. So I want to go ahead and share the swatches I did. I swatched half the shades the first time, and then I also swatched the other half on the second round. I can never fit these 30 pans on one arm, but the swatch really nice. I think there's a really nice array of colors. There's some good depth in here. So that is the swatches for you. We also have another launch. These are some new lip products called Glowing Lip, and I've noticed the latest lip trend right now is kind of those glossy looking but pigmented lips. We've seen the Makeup by Mario plumping lip serums on the market. I know a lot of brands kind of make this sort of lip color, and I was excited to see it from Colourpop. This is what the packaging looks like on these in particular, and it says glow all out with new shades of our ultra nourishing glowing lip formula that delivers an effortless, comfortable, glossy pop of color that's oh so buttery. So maybe they do have these already before. I don't know. That's interesting. I thought they were new, maybe not. It says our addictive feel-good glossy stick is infused with vegan collagen to create the look of a plumper pout, a yummy formula that melts onto lips for lasting moisture and softness. They're supposed to be a sheer glossy color, so as you can see there is some brighter shades. Like this one is called Get Right. It looks like it would be a very dark red, but when you swatch it, it is kind of this light cherry. It reminds me of those like popsicle blotted lips that they came out with in the lipsticks, but in like a glossy form. We also have the shade Girl Please, which is swatched here. This shade's called Museum Date. Kind of a weird name, but maybe they're running out of names. That one is Museum Date. This one is called La Cienega, which is right here. This one is Indulge Me, which is a really pretty neutral. We also have Let's Jet, which is swatched over here. We also have the shade Status, which is kind of like a lighter brown. And the one I have on my lips right now is called Cockatoo. So there is 8 shades in the line total. So that's a little intro to the new products launching tomorrow. I did want to share with you 2 quick looks with the eyeshadow palette and some of the lip colors, and then I'll share my final thoughts and any comparisons I have. Alright guys, the first shade we're going to take is this color called Magma. It's a rosy mid-tone color, just using that in the crease and blending out. I do want to deepen it up a bit. I took the Lava You shade to make it a little bit more purpley pink, and then we're going to use the black in the palette in the outer corner. I did want to show you that it did skip a bit. I didn't think it was the best black. It took a little bit of blending for sure and building up to get to the desired color, so it wasn't my favorite. in the palette. I've definitely had it better from Colourpop. I did build it up and just kind of tried smoking it out. Next, I took the dark gray in the palette and I smoked this on the lower lash line. This one was a little bit messy too. Probably should have used a smaller brush, to be honest, but I did have to go straight away in with concealer after that one just to kind of clean it up. As you guys will see, I just used my e.l.f. camo concealer here to clean that up because it was a little too smoky there with the gray. I did add in some black liner to kind of blend that in as well, and then just took my brush and kind of blended. I make the weirdest blending faces. And also blended my foundation brush in. For the shimmer, we used the shade Chemistry all over the lid. It was absolutely beautiful. Really liked this shade. It's like a really pretty glitzy pink. For an extra effect, I wanted to take the silver glitter. This one is like a chunkier glitter. I did just lightly tap this on and I felt like it was in place in my eyes. Absolutely loved how the look came out. It was super sparkly, super beautiful. For the lips, I used the shade Status, and this one's kind of like the brown color. It's actually very beautiful on the lips. It reminds me a little bit of like Clinique Black Honey, which is super popular. And this is the finished look for look number 1. Let's move on to look number 2. First, I am taking this taupe in the palette called Crushed all over in the crease. It was a little bit light. Would have liked it to be a little darker, so I did try to actually build that up a bit. I took the shade in the rough down here and I added that in as well and tried to blend this also into the outer corner. I do like this shade a lot. I thought it blended nice. It was just a nice soft medium brown. And then I wanted to build a little bit more depth, add some more color in. I took Strictly Tectonic, I think is what it says, in the outer corner and on the lower lash line with any excess product I have. Definitely not as messy as the gray we used. And then I went to this gorgeous shimmer called Get the Schist, I think it says. So weird of names in here. Absolutely beautiful. I went in with my finger and also with a wet brush to really amp that color up. And in the inner corner, I took the shade Friction to add some brightness there. So that was the finished eyes. And then I did use the lip color. I think this was Cockatoo. I couldn't find that one to swatch earlier. It's just a really pretty neutral pink and I thought it went perfect with the eyes. Also really liked this look for something just neutral and everyday. Alright guys, into my final thoughts here. Let's start with the Rock Candy eyeshadow palette. I was excited when I saw the sneak peek. I thought it looked so beautiful. I love that it was very sparkly. I'm all about sparkle and shine, but when I saw the sneak previews, it definitely looked a lot like Smoke and Roses to me. So I wanted to compare the two because I was like, wait a minute, those look so similar. So looking at them right next to each other, this just kind of reminded me of like a more sparklier version of Smoke and Roses. As you can see, I mean, they definitely have their similarities for sure. I feel like the Smoke and Roses is definitely more rosy toned. This one definitely looks more smoky. I've seen some people kind of comparing it like a Smoke and Roses mixed with their other cool toned mega palette, the Stone Cold Fox, which would totally make sense. I actually don't have that one. Not exactly the same, but I also still feel like you don't really need both of them. I think I prefer the color story actually of the Rock Candy a little bit more, but I feel like I like the quality like a tad more of the Smoke and Roses mattes. I felt like those blended just a little bit better. I did just have, as far as any issues go with the palette, I did kind of struggle a bit with the deeper cool tones. Like the dark matte black wasn't the best. You guys kind of saw it in my application. It was a little bit patchy. I had to build it up. It wasn't messy though. But then going into the So Tough, I kind of did struggle with that one. I used it on my lower lash line and it was so messy. I was a little bit taken aback because I had to like go in with concealer right away. It's not like the biggest deal ever. You can always clean that up, but I don't know, I just don't want to have so much fallout when I'm working with my shadows. I want to have like the pigmentation right away, and I know Colourpop's mattes have like a thinner formula. It's a little powdery, so there could be just a little bit of improvements there. I was really happy though with the shimmers in this palette. I do prefer the shimmer color scheme over Smoke and Roses personally. So I definitely want to play a little bit more with them like side by side to see which one I think is like better, because I really had a good time using Smoke and Roses. I'll link that review down below if you guys want to see that, because I feel like the black in there, I guess it's like a blackish gray, just felt a little better to me. Like it's very pigmented. This one, it was a little more patchy. Let me swatch it. and it's actually almost lighter, which is weird. Like, do you guys see the difference here? I don't know, that one's just a lot better to me. So if you really like the depth and you want those darker colors, you think you're going to use that a lot, maybe go for Smoke and Roses. And if you really just want those really pretty shimmers, maybe you like the glitter toppers, then go for the Rock Candy palette. I don't mind the pressed glitter so much. I just press my finger a little bit into them to add a little bit of sparkle over top of my shadow. So I mainly wanted to kind of compare those since they are both the big palettes. I did list some comparisons to this palette in that video, so you can check that out if you're looking for any other like dupes, but those two were the main kind of similar palettes to me that I wanted to go over today. But that's my thoughts on the Rock Candy. I think it's good, but it's not the best I've had, you know? Just want to see a little bit of improvement with those deeper mattes. But the shimmers, they're amazing. As far as the lips go, I looked up on the Colourpop site and it appears that these are new, which I thought. They just kind of worded it funny on my little paper like they already existed, but it is a new product. I do really like these. I love glossy lip colors, as I mentioned earlier, so I'm really happy with these from Colourpop. The lighter tones, like the neutrals, you definitely don't need a lip liner with, but as you can see with the darker ones I used, I did kind of like to blend that out with a lip brush. You could use the eyeshadow brush too. It's like a small pointy one if you want. That's what I used, and just to get it like even all over the lips and not going out of the lines. But like with this one, I just smeared it on. It was good to go. These are really pretty. I like them. I love that they're sheer. I think they're a must-have for sure if you've been wanting to try something like this. I would definitely recommend checking those out, maybe picking up a couple tomorrow on launch day. I don't think they would sell out, but you never know what stuff's gonna go viral and sell out like that day. I know those heart blushes from Valentine's Day collection did, which is crazy to me. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of impromptu video today. I feel like I always have to get these Colourpop videos up so fast with still trying to give you guys as much information as possible and what I think about their collections. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.